You don't realize when something like this happens to you that there's a ripple effect when those personalities are out of your life, just like if a human died. My name is Sarah-Paige Deveau. I'm a freelance horse trainer and riding instructor. It's so nice to share your passion when you are a competitor, and then you bring that to your students. The feeling that you get back is 10 times better than when you win the ribbon yourself. So it's an addiction too. It's definitely an addiction to see somebody else succeed like that. I think that people don't really expect the horses to pass away, ever. They kind of feel like they're almost like TV characters. They never go away. You go to the barn and, you know, Sutherland makes you happy, and that's always a go-to. You're totally reliant on that. And it's really hard to go through when those personalities are out of your life, just like if a human died. So at Sunnybrook, my main position was as an instructor, and I taught many, many hours of lessons. I taught hundreds and hundreds of students, many fantastic people that I would never have gotten the chance to meet were it not for being in such a unique location, right in the middle of the city like that. Living on the property there, as I did, that was a very big part of my job, was going in and checking on the horses at nighttime and making sure everybody was healthy. If somebody was sick, they might need medication at late hours of the night, and the night kind of ended very normally. We did our close-up routine, everything, you know, everybody in bed, everybody resting, or all good. And then the first thing I remember is all of a sudden I felt Cliff like on top of my head almost, and he was really scared, and I heard like a bang, and I was like, wow. I remember thinking to myself, wow, that firework was really close. They're pounding on the doors and yelling, police, police, wake up, police. And so now I realize this is serious. Like instantly I was like, oh my god, this is not some kids playing a trick. This is the police at my door. Oh man. So my house was stunning. Like my apartment in Sunnybrook, I was so lucky. It had these beautiful front windows with open shutters that when you walk from the back, it like looks out into the farm. And every morning I would come out and see the horses out in the field. And this time though, 3 o'clock in the morning, I get out of bed and I'm kind of coming down the hallway to open the door, and I look up and see just the windows filled with flames. From the bottom of the window to the top, all I could see outside from like that beautiful view, just a wall of flames. And I'm starting to kind of hyperventilate a little bit. So I open the door and I kind of exhale and I go, oh my god, those poor horses. And I just fell down on one knee next to Cliff, and I put my hand on my face, and I just screamed. Like screamed like I've never screamed in my whole life. Just like, I knew from looking at the barn that I wasn't going in there, nobody was going in there, that was what was happening. That barn was on fire, nobody's coming out of there. It felt like I was looking at a god or like a planet. It was giant and hot and just upsetting. So now I'm sitting on a rock with Cliff and I'm just crying hysterically. Like, they let me know that the horses that are in the second barn are safe right now, but they won't be safe for very long. So we have to do something about that. And the fire marshal comes over and he goes, okay, we have to do this now. And I was like, okay, let's go then. Let's go. It's like a free-for-all. They're fighting. Clyde is up on his hind legs, you know, wrestling with Will and all these other horses. And it's like, okay, if we don't do something about this now, one of these horses is going to seriously injure, if not kill, a different one of these horses. And I'm jumping in the ring to help keep the horses apart. And all the cops and the firemen are like, can we come in and help you? And I was like, no. If you come in here and help me, they're gonna hurt you. And as I say that, this cop's climbing in the paddock from behind me and he goes, I'm from Mounted, I'm from Mounted. And I was like, yes, get in here, get in here. And I felt better than I had that entire time because finally there was something I could do. So I was like, okay, Steve, we're gonna round up all the females and we're gonna put them in this old police barn that never gets used. And they opened up the police barn, and then Steve and I went in, rounded up all the girls, put them in the police barn, tied them up, and made sure everybody was safe. I definitely turned to focus on riding and training a little bit more after the fire, just because I needed a little less socialization. I needed it to just be me and the horse in the woods. The memories I have from Sunnybrook are so nice that I don't want to have this one be the overarching thing I remember when I look back. So I could pretend that now life about horses is all sad and terrible, but I'd be lying to myself. It's so addicting to speak the language of horses because it's so soft and gentle and surprisingly direct despite all of that. I love learning from horses. They teach me so much. And I think if I didn't have horses to talk to, I would go crazy because horses speak my language as much as I speak their language. That's a necessity, I guess.